It's here for once again, Mamunina Kwaba once again about Pinax TV. So, Sabra Minoka saying, Simbi Elkoso. One of the key issues are Elkoso Ghana, Ubia Ekawasem, the new and arising beef between Dag Heward, who is the founder and overseer of the Lighthouse Chapel International, and also Asante Hene Otumfour or 72. This audio according to sources, a one-on-one interaction and meeting be another Dag Heward on the young bishop of Lighthouse Chapel, woman bishop, have it. Now it was all about leadership. What you can do for your country, what you can do for the church, not what the church or the country can do for you. In the scenario be moi, Dag Heward a yusu Asante Hene as a case study. Now honestly, if you listen to it very well, Asante Hene asema, you will not like this, because Amanfo Bibre Eka said this is a direct insult to the integrity and the name and also the prestige, goodness and name of Asante Hene and Otumfour 82, all because of what Dag Heward said. This particular year, we've had a whole lot of revolts in this country. Revolts in this, we've seen many young men, especially Dubai, UK, Qatar, America, France, London, all over the globe. They see there are two different people and perceptions in this world. The basic things that land basic and the way and nature of how these advanced countries operate. Ghana, we are not on that same path. And on mobile social media, the likes of Chini Jonas, Kevin Taylor, or anybody, they say things, sometimes they insult because the system is not working. And in view of this, Asante Hene is no exception. In an audio I'm watching right now, I want you to know my stand answer now. Audio, because I'll come back and say certain things that are very crucial. Whatever Dag Heward said, Odika said, Ghana we need to tax the leaders. In Sema, Chinjonas, Ekafa, Asante4, and Asante4. Almost hey, Asante, no. We want them to know that nobody in this world is above criticism or below criticism. I go forward to 8 years of a call. Mama, 8 years of a call. The leaders and the kings, they live forever. They reign forever. That is why a president Abako, Omunyina Abako, but Asante Hene is still there. Let us let you Yama Untie a year audio. Now there's more to it, and deep revelations are air by my forecast. We need to take close down the mass churches at Kumasi. Let's listen to what exactly went down.
To drive a car and to live in a big house is not difficult. That is not the art of being a king. The art of being a king is greater than driving a car. Or having sex is not difficult, even if you've not done it before. At least after the initial attempts, it will start to work. It's simple. It's not difficult. And if you've done it with 1, 2, 3, you can have a chain of girls. If that is really what you want. These are not difficult things. These are the petty indulgences of small-minded kings who have no vision and no futuristic mind, and don't think about what they are leaving behind. In fact, one of the things about the American presidents, what they call their legacy, what people will say about them and what they have done and what they brought, the legacy of this person. And like when Kenneth Hagin died, they spoke about his legacy, what he left behind. We kept on talking about his legacy, what he leaves behind, what he does for us. One day I went to a town in France, and I came to a statue of a man called Voltaire, and there was a list of the things that he did for his town, and how he built his school, and he built this for the people, and he built this for the people, and he helped the people, and he did this for. That's a real king. A king is somebody who does things for his subjects. If the Otumfour or whoever is there is the real king of the people, when he goes there, we say, this is what he did for Ashanti people. He made this for us. He built this for us. He did this for us. He did that for us. He built this for us. He made the children foot, or he traveled to Europe, or he had wives, or he had children, or he had sex, or he had drinks, or he had flowers and clothes. It's the lowest form. Even a non-king knows how to eat and knows how to drink and knows how to have sex. That's not the art of being a king. See, and that's why I don't like to talk about this thing, because it almost looks like I'm criticizing somebody. Because the best way for you to see it is when we start to describe an existing king or ruler, then you see how useless. So for the purpose of this meeting, allow me to say that after I've cancelled all that I've said, so that you have understood it. Because I don't want to criticize anybody, but I need you to also understand the message. That's not a king. You and I, we are not in the natural kings or Otumfour or president. All of us can have sex. Right now, if we call on our wives or whatever, say, go and do it and come, because have you done this? Yes, I've done it. I say, oh, are you a king? He says, so you're a king. Yeah, so you're a king. Having more wives, having this, celebrations. Even 2-year-olds have birthday parties. 2 years old, they have birthday parties. 2 years. And we are in the always celebration. Otumfour 1 year, Otumfour 5 years, celebration. This, what do you call it? When the coronation, the burial, 40 days, 1 year, 10 years, this, that. What is that? What is that? What are you doing with your kingship? What are these things? They hired the whole Kumasi Sports Stadium to celebrate this. Somebody's dead, 40 years, this one 40 days, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, that is all. When we make your statue and we put it there, say, this is what you can do. What did you do? What did you do for the people over whom you are the king? It's a very wonderful thing. Fill a stadium for female. Feed everybody. And people will be passing by and shouting, King Solomon. Do you know what King Solomon did? Do you know what King Solomon did? Do you know what King Solomon built? Do you know the house and the temple and the city and the wealth that he generated for his people? And he said, even Solomon, when Jesus was talking, even Solomon in all his splendor was not like this. And you can't call somebody Solomon. Be very careful when you are giving such a nickname. Somebody. We are often the most useless type of kings that ever existed. I'm telling you.
Otumfour, intisana what's say no? Pepe. This is a conversation. A Dag Heward Mills, who happens to be the founder and overseer of Lighthouse Chapel or the Tuja. Answer I met twice. I want to say this. Say you read it as Christians, your Bible number John chapter 13 verse 1 to 17. Mami read it 14 to 17 or say recounts Jesus' performance of his acts in verses 13 to 14 to 17. Jesus Christ instructs his disciples. Sabrina Jesus Christ on any disciples from Moho. And what did Jesus Christ did? He went down, preaching, empower various towns. Jesus Christ went down and washed the feet of all the disciples. And this was what he said. If I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that you should do as I have done to you. Most assuredly, I say to you, I say to you, a servant is not greater than the master, nor is he who is sent greater than he who sent him. If you know these things, blessed are you if you do them. This is the thing. Jesus Christ was basically telling us, "See, kase obi a master." the person in real terms, the person has to serve the people don't have to serve the person. The second thing here is Nyankopon pengu se echine bi yedane yante asempa because owo de obi abetime wu na Otumfour say to oni ho a what can we point say this man did for us? I'm not saying he's not done anything. He's done certain things we know of, but ask yourself, how many? Is it enough? 40 years being on the throne, or 30 years being on the throne, is it enough? Is it enough? And at the last thing me person me bisane say is Otumfour say to is he above criticism or reproach? These are the various mind-boggling questions are ekoso. Interesting for in some way by no sin medical no Otumfour say to Dag Heward most often one chane cry. He hit the nail right on the head, saying say Niama Nkoso, as a leader you need to do certain things. You need to live a certain kind of lifestyle. So when you all cry, we can say this man did this and that. What change is he impacting? What change is he impacting? Diana Oye, and didn't just go to Otumfour saying it went to all of us. Me as a leader, you as a leader, you as a boss, even the servants were komamo, because the Bible said munyina mujina hono dobe brand wansi awa akomapa any humility ahombrase te se abofra ya wonderful fraud or no obenya or strong humimu akọ. He didn't say about the greatest person amongst them, the nicest person or anything. And if Africa we want to live and we want to see change, it is not going to start from only the president, because 4 years we are like a crown trial second term. It has to start from people who are in power forever, and those are our kings and queens. Into where the for media the biameka asem ne ba menka say hey or a pastor inti debi. This is something that Dag Heward most have said. Some can kind of the hard truth. I could be wrong to you. It be asem na make kind of explanations the phantom in your head wall. You say Otumfour has done this and that and that and that. And Otumfour and you no shembra e Ghana. And you no shembra, but the last time I checked, he was amongst the powerful people from the council of elders and the traditional house of chiefs, because they can say if the traditional house of chiefs bat together, no more can say you vote for a particular government, the government will lose, because they command if Otumfour sorry and then say no Ghanaians should vote for NDC again, and Asante Mama will be on voting for NDC, they will lose huge votes. If it says MPP, they shouldn't vote for MPP, vote and so better, and that's a look at aid in the loss of an election. So this tells you the crowd that they command. Se Ghana be ya the president, the chiefs, me and you, and what Dag Heward most said is more things that we want to hear, and these are the things that we want to hear and want to see. Because as Anthony, he comes out boldly to hit on these political parties, and he himself, I know Nana what criticism won't criticize me. These are the various things that cost on social media. There are other sorts of people who are saying you can say it, but hating on him and using words like hypocrite, clueless, ignorant, these are very powerful words. Nipa wama wasase ewa santimemu se fesi wa sorry no. You don't insult him like that. And what Dag Heward moves to the questions the people are asking is, what have you done for the country? Because equally you're a leader. What have you done? Which schools have you built? How many hungry mouths have you fed? What impact have you done? Church, is it just building the church and church and church and church? What can we do? And Muslims can also benefit. These are the questions that fans of Otumfour say to are asking. So currently we're in a course. Man for we break Dag Heward most impact. To people like me, I think Dag Heward most didn't say anything wrong. And the hard truth, because the Ghana be here, we need a change in mindset, leadership, and the whole environment, starting from me to the president. We'll give you more updates as all of these events unfold right here in our beloved country, Ghana.